much oil. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just all glossed up today between my Koji cocoa soap and my glutathione and my oil. My skin is giving sun-kissed, okay? So I love it all. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't mean to be all glossed up like I'm in a Diddy video. Listen, how y'all doing? Happy to White Wine Wednesday. We got quite a few white wine stories we're going to go over on this show as well as the second show, okay? And so listen, remember, moderators, no blocking, because we've been getting emails that people have been getting blocked, and I'm like, why? We're grown. Freedom of speech over here, okay? Freedom of speech until it ain't free, till somebody sues you. But for the most part, we're grown. We can all say what we want to say. I appreciate y'all like handling the comments and modding and asking questions, answering questions that I cannot answer because I'm focused on you guys. So I do appreciate the moderators. I got to do something for my moderators here soon. I got to have like some sort of get together or something. We got to figure something out because y'all work hard in these comments and I love y'all, okay? Just don't be blocking people. We need our audience unlike other creators, okay? Other creators ain't built for this. They want to block, they want to shun, they want to, be all insecure and things like that. We don't care. I don't give a damn. They can say whatever they want to say. They can tweet at, push, shove, who cares? We're grown. Thick skin. Okay, so listen, a full show for you guys today. Definitely going to be discussing Yandy and Mendeecees, discussing our story that we broke for like 2 weeks straight up over here, okay? Shout out to Love and Hip Hop. Again. For putting the winos on, all right? But remember, we were being threatened to be sued and called a lie, all the above. Now they're having to, we'll talk about it later, okay? We're definitely going to be discussing Clarissa and Papoose because there's some things I just kind of want to bring to the forefront. Papoose has showed his true colors. And I thought I had discussed this, but apparently I guess, people aren't listening. Yeah, I'm not surprised at his latest tactics. And we're definitely going to be discussing him and this supposed situationship that he's in with Clarissa. Definitely going to be talking about Kenya Moore being evicted out of her salon in Atlanta. We're also going to be discussing a breakdown that Tokyo Tony had once again, okay? And also... we got our, not that it's the first, but it's the first that's being publicized, whites only community. Okay, and so they have made the news. Some crackers down there at Ozark have made the news. So they got a crackers only community. We definitely are going to discuss all of that in this show, okay? And of course, we got a second show. Jay-Z has put up his last dollar. We definitely gonna discuss that, okay? I know y'all like to talk y'all mess in the comments, but remember when we told y'all that Kylie Jenner wasn't no billionaire? Y'all call me a lie? Okay. Only to come out, we're definitely going to be discussing Dr. Umar Johnson being broke. Also, Diddy being pardoned, as well as Diddy and Cassie being sued for giving one of their male sex workers some sort of S.T.D. Okay. Also going to be discussing Karrueche and Deion Sanders. All right. I called some sources close to the family, got some insight on that there. Also, Snoop Dogg's daughter is being warned by her, I guess, fiance's Wayne ex-girlfriend. Okay, Messy, Drea Kelly, and much more. That part of the show is going to be aired on TashaKLive.com. You do have to subscribe. We do want to give y'all time to kind of get it together in case you want to subscribe and stuff like that. So we always announce what's going to be coming up in both shows at the beginning of the show. But before we get started, we're definitely going to let you know what we are streaming on TashaKLive.com. And so while everybody gets up in here and gets comfortable and things like that, we're going to go ahead and roll these ads. And then after the ads, we got Tyler Perry. After the break, okay? Let's go.
Let's talk about student loan discharges in bankruptcy. Most people will tell you it's impossible. Even bankruptcy attorneys will tell you that. But guess what? We just got 2 discharged a few weeks ago, and we're going to get a lot more. So if you're struggling with your student loans, you may be able to discharge those through bankruptcy. So you should just give me a call, and let's figure it out.
Feels good to finally get to sleep in your own bed.
You went right there.
what about this wonderful husband of yours?
I'm tired of walking through that door and all we discuss is ovulation calendars, pregnancy tests, baby showers, and doctor's appointments. Can't you see this is slowly consuming us?
I don't know why everybody wants to make me feel crazy because I want a child. I can't have a child by myself.
Father, I come to you on bended knees in prayer for my daughter and son-in-law. As long as they continue to build on the foundation that you have set over them.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
All right, and we are back. Okay, so all of that is streaming live on TashaKLive.com, and give Chad a call if you got some student loans and things that you want to, get handled, negotiated, possibly taken off your credit report or off your life for good. Okay, give him a call down there in Fort Lauderdale. All right, so real quick, let's go ahead and get into it. Tyler Perry. So he's been on a strong PR tour trying to clean up this little lawsuit. It's not a little lawsuit; it's a big lawsuit. It's bigger than Gabby's lawsuit. Okay, the whites only, the crackers only communities is winning out here. Okay, and we keep letting them. I don't know why we keep letting them. Now, apparently, he's been on this PR tour, and he's on a PR tour to remind the people, especially his people, who he is. And don't you ever forget that, okay? And so while they're releasing parts of this interview that he did with Jeezy and Kurt Franklin, two other Black men who have the worst reputations amongst our community, Jeezy has never, ever wifed up a Black woman and given her the type of publicity and trips and things that he's given his little, I ain't gonna say the word. She makes a strong foe. I love foes. I love them. Okay. With rice noodles only. All right. Also, and of course, Kurt Franklin, he has an addiction to other things. He claims that he's been cleansed, but that's I don't know, the equivalent to a gay man saying he ain't gay no more. I believe it when I see it. All right. So here's the thing. So they've all came together to kind of do this little, PR press, interview, talks amongst the guys. So it doesn't look like it's press, but it really is. But Tyler is showing it's like the more Tyler tries to hide, the more it just bleeds out who he is. It's like, listen, you could go to 4 to 5 Beyonce concerts on the same tour because he's been to 4 to 5. Okay. You can wear as many dresses as you want. You can involve the church in all of your, your plays, your movies and things like that. That could be the forefront. You can celebrate Black women the same way the church do, but yet the pastors are still messing with the children. And they still messing with the men's on the drums, okay? It does not erase who you are. And there's people like him that will try to put his deeds ahead of who he really is. And so, in fact, the intention doesn't even come off genuine. It comes off disingenuous. And so when I saw this interview and I saw how he blatantly shitted on another Black director, one whom doesn't do interviews to talk about himself, who doesn't get up to say, oh, I've employed this person and that person, and I do this and do that, and remember the money I paid them, more money than Hollywood has ever paid them. I mean, he's just allowing his actions to speak who he is. Ryan Coogler, shout out to them. That's my boy right there, okay? He tells stories that are competitive with white and European stories. I mean, the whites have been saying that, the Amazon women have been white for years. And I'm like, have you Googled what an Amazonian woman look like? Like, it's just simple things. And I love what Ryan Coogler is doing. And, he ain't out here bragging about it, but Tyler just had to let the world know, while you're too busy fighting sexual harassment cases and buying bussy on set, Ryan ain't got no problems. You just want to. It's like you cannot allow another young black man to shine for being truly talented because it's just his gift. Meanwhile, you pander and you grift to our community. Go ahead and watch him. Just watch. See if you can pick up what I'm picking up. Go ahead.
Us as black men, I couldn't call my father, my uncle, and go, "Hey, I just made $1 million. What do I do?" Nobody talked to us about taxes. We didn't have the knowledge. Right. So now, looking at a 38-year-old black man who is to be able to pass on to his kids.
Yes.
To be able to, and I see you even lecturing to people as you travel, telling them like, this is how you do it. Mm-hmm. When this deal with Ryan Coogler, everybody's talking, I called that brother up, as I did a lot of them. I called him up after Black Panther, and I said, listen.
Pause. Because there was a part that was cut out of there, but I production probably did that. But he was like, there's this deal with Ryan Coogler. Everybody's talking about Ryan Coogler did this. Ryan Coogler, well, he called. Go ahead. I just wanted to point that part out. I don't know why it was cut out, but that was a key piece. Because he's like, everybody's talking about Ryan Coogler like he did this and did this. But I called Ryan. Go ahead. Let him finish.
That brother up, as I did a lot of them. I called him up after Black Panther, and I said, listen, here's how you do it. The deal that he has, my first movie, it'll be 20 years this year.
Where's the rest of the video? Jasmine is off work. Check, where's the rest of the video? Hold on for a second, y'all. Give me a second. We got a substitute in today and they don't want to work. Give me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna get y'all the rest of the video. Hold on real quick, because I ain't trying to put no words in nobody's mouth, okay? I apologize about this, but hold on, okay? Give me 1 second, okay? All right. Here we go. All right. Okay, don't worry. I come with my receipts. Now, not Japanese receipts, but hold on. Not Japanese receipts, but the real receipts. Jasmine, hurry up and get your ass back to work now, for real, before you get cussed out on your day off, for real. Mm-hmm. I love my husband, but he a little rusty on this. Okay.
I couldn't call my father, my uncle, and go, hey, I just made $1 million. What do I do? Nobody talked to us about taxes. We didn't have the knowledge. So now, looking at a 38-year-old black man who a lot of us as black men, I couldn't call my father, my uncle, and go, hey, I just made $1 million. What do I do? Nobody talked to us about taxes. We didn't have the knowledge. So now, looking at a 38-year-old black man who a lot of us.
What happened to my clip? So I'm sorry, Shake. He wanted me to embarrass myself in front of y'all. I sent them the clip. Damn. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Now that I done got my ego roasted, he laughing in the background. I could just feel him. You can't hear him, but I could just feel him. You know when your husband got one up on you? It's all good. No, it's all good. I'm going to get you. Don't worry about it. But anyway, so that entire clip basically said that what Tyler Perry was communicating is that he was the one. He is responsible for Ryan Coogler getting his rights back after 25 years. If it wasn't for him calling Ryan Coogler, he wouldn't have that deal. So when he saw that deal being done, he said, okay, they're doing it right. But they didn't even, it's like Ryan didn't even call and ask you. Like, I could see, he started off this whole conversation like, I didn't have anybody to call. I didn't have anybody to get advice from. So when I see these young guys coming up, I decided to call him up, as I've done other black men, and tell them the things that I should have done or should have did, or the mistakes that I made. I don't want you to make those same mistakes. So here's what you do. And I want the world to know that I did it for you, because how dare everybody says that you did that for yourself. Even though his scripts are better, his storylines are better, his production quality is better, his budgets are bigger. These are actual stories that penetrate with us, so much so, the stories are so deep that we got Chloe Bailey signed to Parkwood Entertainment, Beyonce's label, and she's crying after she watches Ryan Coogler's movies, this latest one called Sinners, saying that everything that he put in that movie was true because she's felt like that she's had to sell her soul in order to do it, but she hasn't done it. But she's been pressured to do so. And I said, not this little girl out here coming out here to blame Beyonce, according to the Beehive, not my words, to blame Beyonce for her failures, for her lack of success, even though Beyonce was the one that found those little girls, her and her sister, brought them to us, introduced them. When they got older, it became beautiful, and they had done taken everything that they could from their mentor. Now they want to try to sell it to us. Beyonce says, how dare. She wouldn't even put them on a damn tour to open up. She had Lil Wayne down there at her tour opening up, and he couldn't even remember his words. But how dare she gives the artists that she's been grooming their whole lives on her tour to get some shine? Ain't that what record labels do and management agencies? If we have a tour, if everybody is on Young Money, we got Drake, we got Nicki coming out, Quality Entertainment, we got Migos, we got Lil Baby. Why Parkwood ain't got her artists down there? And for Chloe to even come out and say that film resonated with her, Tyler, don't nobody say these movies about. Don't nobody say nothing about your movies like that. They don't say that. They don't give a damn. And the movies ain't changing nobody's life. All they do is reiterate the pain and the issues that we go through in the community, and you profit off of them, even though indirectly a lot of the stories that you put out, you've lived because you slept, according to sources that are close to you, with men who are DL, who have been with black women and have possibly, allegedly, supposedly, probably giving a black woman something she can't get rid of, okay? I ain't got no money for Tyler today. I'm not playing with him. All I'm saying is the reason you're profiting off of these stories is because you live them, especially with that new show, Beauty in Black. The billionaire guy, he found a lookalike guy who he felt like he gonna look like when he get older. But the more you look at him, he's looking like a Joker face or like that face from Saw. The older he gets, the more glossier his cheeks become. I said, Tyler, chill out on the fillers and the Botox, please. But how dare you come in and try to take credit from what this young man did. This man didn't call you. You said you called him. And I don't care how many times you get out here to talk about what you done did for people. What you done did for people is still not going to erase who you are hiding on the inside and profiting from. Moving on. Sorry, Shaq. I live with this dude, so I got to apologize. Who's next? Go ahead. Bring up the next topic. So again, profiting off of the black community, while Clarissa is a hardworking boxer, I feel like maybe, and I don't like to bring up, grievances and things like that. But, my heart and prayers really do go out to the people who lost their lives the other day in New York City. Apparently, I guess it was some guy who had been labeled, I don't know if he was a football player or not, but apparently there were some allegations of him having CTE. And, I guess he didn't like the allegation. I'm going to lead into this. And so he was targeting the NFL office from what I was being told from various news sources. And so, but ended up, after the wrong people. He shouldn't have been after no one. But I do feel like these, and so, like I said, my heart and prayers go out to, the families and stuff involved. And so moving into my next topic, Clarissa here, I feel like Clarissa has been taken advantage of her whole life. Okay. And I want to say this because she's been boxing since forever. I don't know her childhood, but I do know that her best friend who grew up with her came out and made some rather disturbing videos about Clarissa being taken advantage of, when she was younger as a young boxer by her coaches and getting pregnant and things like this. And so when I see people like Papoose enter the Cash App requesting money, from people like Clarissa, after Remy has already warned us that, he preyed on her when she was in jail. He wasn't making no money. It was Remy's money. And she said she put everything in his name only to come out and then have to work. And then he's getting the benefit of the solid black man, of the black man that's holding everything down. And so when I look at this same thing possibly being done to Clarissa, and she's slow by default, and I'm talking about slow as in, she probably got some early stage, some issues going on, being knocked around, it does have an effect on your brain and on your cognitive thinking and stuff. And you're not able to see straight. And if she was already taken advantage of by her coaches, surely it's easier for a bum like this to come in and take advantage of her too. And so when I saw his latest post after her fight, okay, after he let her get out the car with that Beyonce butched outfit on, yeah. So, my husband's texting me. He was like, I'm gonna get you. Anyway. So I was a little disturbed by that because I said any man in their right mind would have told, they woman no. Okay. And we're not gonna post the outfit just so we can reiterate and y'all can bash her for how awful she looks. But her man let her get out the car like that. Okay. And then he was her hype man beside her. And so after she won again, she's undefeated. Her and Lali Ali, I think it's like Lali Ali. I can't even say her name right. But he decided to take credit. And this is what bothers me. And Clarissa, listen, I know you don't like me. I get it. And, I never liked this for you from the beginning because, when Remy put out those messages of you begging Papoose to call you back, tell you where he is, he was going between her and you, wouldn't leave the house that she was paying for. I think she released footage of him pushing her down by a pool that they was having reconstructed or built. And he had another woman in California. And now you're outside with this man. And it seems disingenuous on his part too to even be outside with you because you had to beg him to even call you back or acknowledge you before. And after all of this, he's still married and you're doing PR campaigns saying you're going to have a baby by him. Clarissa better not marry this man. That's all I got to say. Hold on for a second. Clarissa better not marry this man. All I know is when I see posts like this from Papoose saying big congratulations to my love at Clarissa on another victory, you put on a boxing masterclass, says Remy's husband, Papoose, okay? Wow. From the way you interact with your family down to being a perfectionist when it comes to your craft, all good, okay? You are a true queen, true gaslighting, my opinion, okay? You being mentioned with the all-time greats is overdue and well-deserved. You did for women's boxing what many have attempted, completely sold out an arena, and they all came to see the GOAT, okay? Glad I'm able to add value, says Papoose, Remy's husband, from behind the scenes executive standpoint. He said to Clarissa, after Remy publicly embarrassed him, now he want to be outside with Clarissa because Remy is no longer willing to take him on her fairground tours and to SeaWorld with Fat Joe. He wants to take credit and say that he's glad he's able to add value from a behind-the-scenes executive standpoint. What is a behind-the-scenes executive standpoint? What does that position entail? Exactly. What behind the scenes? Clarissa was winning before she met you, but because she been getting knocked around by people and by her coaches, I just feel like Papoose is a virus that just refuses to let his hair just fall out. And he sees black women the same way that Tyler Perry does. Wants to take credit. And then from a behind-the-scenes executive standpoint, meanwhile, you the main person causing the problems. You won't get a job. This is what this is. No job. Broke. I ain't got it. So if I'm adding value to you, he gonna put a baby in you that's gonna add value. He gonna marry you as soon as this divorce is final from Remy, and then he gonna divorce you and take half of the value that you have been working towards and and people have been taking advantage of you since you first started, and he gonna run off. I know she don't like me, but it's gonna happen. People already getting on my nerve. How y'all doing today? Y'all good? Speaking of declining value, Tokyo Tony. Oh no, I'm sorry. Kenya Moore. Come on up here, girl. Kenya. Now, you know, Kenya has been fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and whether y'all want to acknowledge or not, anytime somebody is fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta or any reality show, they go broke. Okay? Big time. Y'all refusing to acknowledge that Kandi is having financial hardship after all her restaurants got closed down and she's owing them people all that money and not including all the employees that got laid off from the nasty food, okay? But y'all are refusing to think just because y'all see them sitting on TV and they got their makeup done, they got an outfit, they traveling, that they got some money. Chaotic around here losing his damn mind. I saw Chaotic live the other day on YouTube saying he done got fired from Love and Hip Hop and he don't know what to do. I said, get a job. Get a job. But they so used to, you know, having everybody, he's like, somebody said this to me. They said, I am broke famous. I said, I ain't never heard of that, but that's a good broke famous. And so Kenya Moore has, even though I knew that this was not going to work, she was just evicted from her salon. Okay. And so it was supposed to be a Kenya hair care salon, the same salon that she had just rented out on the day she got fired. Okay, and so she had a grand opening there and decided to expose another woman's sex tape, okay, that she had gotten from Ming Lee. And so we can go back and forth if we want, Ming. We can do it. Okay. And so she had got all that information from Britt's best friend, Ming Lee, okay, who desperately wanted to join the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she just wasn't given housewife. The same way Jocelyn Hernandez will never give housewife. You give house mom at the strip club, Jocelyn. There's a difference between housewife and house mom, okay? You cannot sit with the Kenyans. Sorry, okay? So here's the thing. And so when I saw her open up the salon, it was gorgeous, you know, the location and everything. But I was just like, well, where the people at? Where the people renting the booths? And if you paying, and supposedly this rent was around like $15,000-$20,000. If you're paying $20,000 a month, how much are you charging the stylist? And the stylist got their own individual salon suites. So how you gonna pay this rent being that you got fired on the day you opened the salon? Now, I ain't like shading Kenya or nothing like that. You know, everybody got their financial problems, but it's just the business plan from a behind-the-scenes executive standpoint didn't make sense to me. Like, how was you going to keep this up? And so when the eviction got filed, just like when Candy's evictions got filed right after she lost her job on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I was trying to figure out who was going to pay the bills. So I guess maybe she thought she was going to get right back on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I'm being told by sources at the production company, they ain't hiring her back. She finished. She done. So for her saying that it's just a misunderstanding, it's a mistake. I'm gonna pay all the bills, even though they have already filed in Fulton County for default, and you have got to get out, even though nobody was really ever in there. I don't see no oil, no fingerprints on the glass, no oil stain. You can't slip when you get up in there. Don't smell nothing because ain't nobody been in there. It was all for show. Let that place go, girl, and stop playing. And just get you a direct-to-customer e-commerce line for some hair care because you can damn sure sell it, that in skincare, and be done with it. After the break, I'm going to let up off of them, y'all. I'm going to let up off. I'm sorry, y'all. After the break, we definitely got Tokyo Tony. Definitely going to be discussing Mendeecees and Yandy. We got our own crack, our own community that they are just coming out and saying it. You know, Trump is giving them a lot of freedom to say what they want to say. That and much more after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass. So we'll be right back. Let's go.
It's been 10 years going back and forth with this bitch. There was police called. There were people in handcuffs. She went out on a stretcher. I'm praying this is the final conversation because I ain't got no more conversation left in me.
Yeah, it was just getting backstabbed by a person that I put in position. Mona and them never heard of a Masika. Mona kind of said, like, we need like a hoe character, you know?
In all honesty, Masika, did you ever really get a DNA test?
Hey, yo, check this out, check this out. We're gonna run this thing back I was telling y'all about before. So without further ado, show some love to one of our newest girls, Peaches!
You were a server, and now you're a...
Assistant.
That's cool. I like the way you just lit up when you talked about something you love.
Oh, hell no. Who is it? I can't just be happy. Ain't that a good thing? How do you feel about Mr. Lance?
Promise you will give me.
I promise.
Oh, Peaches! Raquel, who is this?
Sorry, I can see it's not a good time.
You know
Listen,
what?
bro, you can keep this. I just want my money, man.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Kel, you want to talk to him? Hell no. I ain't think so.
Don't touch me. Don't call me. Don't text me. And don't even think about me.
You gonna let Jesus Austin take you away from all this money you been stacking?
Why doesn't Mr. Lance come around anymore?
You think I need any of this in my life?
I saw you, my brother, the happiest he's ever been in his life with this man.
Please, come back to me.
We could be loved by the end of the night, by the end of the night.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
All right, and we're back. Don't forget, it is streaming live on TashakLive.com, and that's where we're going to be heading right after this to talk about this lawsuit and the court accidentally leaking medical records to, concerning one of Diddy's male workers. Okay, we've talked to him before, Clayton. Okay, definitely going to be discussing that. Diddy maybe getting a pardon. Also going to be discussing Jay-Z putting his last, not Beyonce's last, his last on this last bet. Okay, we're going to be discussing that and much more. If you want to see that show on TashaKLive.com, you do have to subscribe to TashaKLive.com to see it. Okay, Teddy, I ain't saying nothing to you in a minute. Hey, Teddy, how you doing? Why you got that white girl sitting up over there like that? Why? Anyway, how y'all doing? Y'all good? All right, cool. Tokyo Tony. On the internet, once again, crying about a supposed fan page that has been impersonating her and stealing millions of dollars from her. Okay, viewer discretion is advised. She is crying once again. Why is my video not working?
It's not me. This page has stolen millions of dollars from me. People have been trying to get me to do so much shit to help save my community. Just watch me work so hard. They show trivial things. They go to blogs and send them things. They make posts knowing the blog is going to go grab. What the fuck? This person is me. Since 2019, people have been telling me that's coming up to me that they've been trying to kill Miss Tokyo Tony fake page, you are not me. You cut and you post things that shouldn't be. You're the reason why people think I was crazy. Watching me struggle, spend all my money, and they been taking it.
Nala says that Tokyo needs a conservatorship, and a lot of people are saying that. The problem is who is going to be willing? Like, Tokyo ain't got no money. Like, people only want conservatorships over people who have money. She ain't got no money. What, they gonna take her teeth? They already gone. And I know why she was holding her mouth up like they're crying, because she didn't want y'all to see the missing teeth and the ones that were loose. And so I couldn't imagine what that. They ain't finna put this woman in no. I know damn well ain't no fan page stole millions of dollars from her. What I think is she probably smoked some bad weed and it got a little emotional, okay, and went live. And China ain't got it either. Yeah, we just got documents on China the other day, and I'm not gonna put it up, but I'll tell y'all about it. Basically, all her shit got shut down. The Lash Bar, some other spa that she had. I think she got a house up for sale. She ain't got it. Them lip glosses ain't selling. The rebranding is not working. I know that Brittany Renner tried to rebrand and pull out the carpet, but she has since took her clothes off again because. I guess being covered don't pay the bills, according to them. And so China is going to stick through it. She got the tattoo removed. The devil, she is in it, okay? But she cannot afford to put her mother in a conservatorship because then you got to pay for their housing. She has to manage everything. And ain't nobody trying to manage Tokyo Tony. Ain't nobody. She was just caught on camera putting out some lesbian woman, and the lesbian woman claimed that Tokyo wanted to eat a cat. So, Lord Jesus, you would have got BV that day with them loose teeth. But, it was a lot going on. There's a lot going on in that clip. And I'm just here to tell y'all, ain't nobody got it for Tokyo. She don't even have it, okay? The fan pages may put her into a conservatorship, okay? Until then, we're just going to have to pray for her and keep her close. Just keep her close, all right? Moving on. Who's next? Yeah. Oh no, give me the whites only community. Give me the crackers only community. Yes. So I came across a little news segment the other day. And interesting enough, the whites have had enough. Okay, it's White Wine Wednesday, and they have had enough of you little. And so they've decided to take to the mountains of the Ozarks and build their own, okay? And here's a clip of a reporter out in the wilderness with his people, okay? And them acknowledging that this is, in fact, legal. And they have, it's an organization, and it's called, I forgot what it's called, but they'll tell you what it's called, and they have their own people and their own culture. Green bean casserole, let's go.
Done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites only place.
White American culture.
Over the last year and a half, high up in the Ozark Hills in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, leveling the land, building houses. They call it an intentional community based around shared ancestry, a long-winded way of saying something really quite simple.
I think we would generally be called far right, sure.
It's called Return to the Land.
Return to
and
the
they
land.
invited me in.
A lot of people are going to be, why are you making Nazi references?
Right. Well, why wouldn't I?
A seemingly bucolic and sometimes surreal experience. But this is built on a radical modern premise, made possible because of a new political and technological moment. One with strong ties to the most active far-right groups in the US. Instead of taking to the streets, they are building their own, for generations to come.
It's important for me to do this for my ancestors, my friends, my family, my children, my children's children.
But in this southern US state, people who have lived through segregation once fear it is returning.
Return to the Land is the name of their organization up in the Ozarks. And I just thought that was a well-fitted name, but this ain't your land. Like, if we're truly going to return anywhere, go to Europe where there's no sun. Please. It's too much sun out there for you guys. What is this? But they want to get on us about Black Lives Matter because we had a few people that own Black Lives Matter and they bought houses and stuff in California. You know what I'm saying? But they want to say, oh, that's discrimination. Oh, no, we shouldn't be able to do anything of that. They done got rid of the DEI programs and here they go with this. Here they go with it. I really don't give a damn. I don't care. I just want, you know what I wish for America is that they would just be honest. When you look, New York, if New York and Atlanta don't explain America, I don't know what does. You got Chinatown, you got Harlem, you got Brooklyn, you got Queens, you got Long Island, and you got different races and ethnicities of people in their communities, and it works just fine. Why is everybody trying to force stuff together? We the only ones, I'm gonna be honest, I think we the only ones that want to be equal. And I'm like, we can. But, you know, there's certain people that want us to be with them and they don't. I'm going to do a whole nother show on this. I believe, and listen, I'll be honest with you, this is another part of an interview that got held back that I did because I talked about segregation and I talked about Black people being segregated and how beautiful it is when I go to Africa and the islands. And now Jamaica's been ruined by China. You thinking you buying a seashell that came off of the Jamaican beach, all the seashells say made in China and they all look the same. The Jamaican flag say made in China, but with the flagrancy. Like, I don't know why y'all listen. And don't get me wrong, I love every race. I love white people, I love Asian people, but don't nobody want to live with together. We like living with our own. What is wrong with that? Let them be out there and not bathe for days, please. But I think if they're going to truly be behind returning the land, then they got to go to Europe. They got to go to the UK. And let's just give Mexico back their land. If we just being technical. I can really get into it now. I ain't gonna try to do it today. I'm just telling you, I'm happy for them, and I don't think this needs to be publicized. Just stay up out of our neighborhoods. Stay up out of our schools and days like that. Don't be trying to burn our stuff down when we get it going and we get it thick. Moving on. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Hold on for a second. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I like I said, I have nothing wrong with no other races. I don't, but I just, you know, like when I saw how going to Africa and I saw how, you know, we don't even like, if you've never been around like African people or never gone to Africa, you will be shocked at how much in common you have as a Black person with another Black person, that the whole country is on colored people time. Everybody got to season their chicken. Everybody. They compete over who has the most seasoning on their chicken, who got the best price. We love getting together for family time. I just don't understand why we are trying to force it another way. But it was us. It was our people. It was our people that fought to be integrated. What you mean we can't hear? Hold on for a second. I mean, separate but equal is cool. Like, I swear to God. Like, don't get me into the race baiting of it all. You know what I'm saying? The relationship baiting of it all. I'm just gonna tell it for what it is. That's just, I was on the plane with a white constituent of mine, and he owned welding companies from Florida to North Carolina, and we was on a plane back coming from Mexico, and I sat in first class, he was in first class, and we were both drinking, and he looked to me and he said, please don't get offended if I say this. And then I said, what is it, sir? He said, I don't think we're racist. I said, well, who you talk about? He said, people, I don't think we're racist. I think all of us are prejudiced. And I had to sit back on that. I promise you, I was like, this cracker not lying. We are prejudiced. We can't help it. Mexicans got their culture, tacos and stuff like that. Asians got their culture, eating the rats and everything. It's just, let it be what it is. Moving on. I wasn't offended at all. Shout out to all my white people, Asian people, Mexican people that watch. Now, because I got to head on over to TashaKLive.com at 3 o'clock. We got Yandy and Mendeecees. They have finally decided to acknowledge after I was being threatened to be sued again, okay, for the 15th time, okay, over lying. Even he went live to threaten to saying that he was going to sue only for them after we put out voice message after voice message, voice note after voice note, only for them to come together and basically say, we were both cheating and we dealt with it in private. Go ahead. And that was when he hit us saying that he was going to sue us. But at the same time, he gave us, I'm sorry, not him, his team. I'm not supposed to say him. His team gave us Yandy side dudes. I'm just tired. No, I'm not. I actually love it. Keep coming for me. Keep calling me a liar. Keep saying, oh, you were sued. This is why you were sued. Only for to come out to be true. Now, they have obviously accepted each other's infidelities because he ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. They unfollowed each other and refollowed each other. They got too many assets invested. They ain't married. So what's the sense of breaking up something? They make a lot of money together than they do separate. Think about it. What's interesting about this couple besides the fact that we know that they don't like or love each other? And we know that he saw that particular girl several times on several different occasions and used other people's money. So when he did Shannon Sharp's interview, remember when he did that interview too? That girl was there. When he went to New York to do another interview, that girl was there. The one where he said he only opened up a DM, but then said his little thing was getting hard in that DM. You hit a public platform. And so he got one, she got two, he got another one. Everybody should just be quiet and go home. This is officially the new Kirk and Rashida. Deal with it. Deal with it. Just leave us out the group chat next time. Just let us listen to y'all cheating and watch y'all cheating in peace. Can we do that? Instead of you crying, yelling at the camera, leave my family alone. Let a black family make it. No. You and your husband let a black family make it. Why don't y'all start by getting married? If you're dead set on being serious, why don't y'all start by getting married? If you want your family to make it, get married. Make it real. It seems like this whole relationship was concocted because y'all two had no other means to make money but on television. Because what was Yandy doing? Jim Jones wasn't making no damn money. as her being the manager. Where's Jim Jones? Where was that one song? Can you remember the one song Jim Jones did? So guess what? She got with the dope boy, held him down, and sold that storyline to y'all for years. While she parlays with the British and pays for them to fly in. Even with her husband there, you go to this hotel, he in that hotel, and we good. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget, guys, the show is sponsored in part by my favorite supplement companies, okay? We definitely got the sea moss on deck, 92 of the 100 vitamins and minerals that the body has, okay? This has sea moss, spirulina, zinc, burdock root, vitamin C. Pop it under your tongue, instantly energized and ready to go, okay? You know, most of our food is not supplemented. And so for me personally, I believe that we should supplement. Talk to your doctor, see what your vitamin levels are at, and he's probably going to tell you 9 times out of 10 that you need to supplement, okay? And so why not use a plant-based source that is not fishy smelling like most sea moss, okay? And it's actually plant flavored with mango flavor as well as pineapple flavor, okay? And in addition to that, we got sea moss with soursop. And you know, soursop is anti-diabetic, it's anti-cancerous, has a lot of properties that the Caribbean people use and things like that and have used for many years. I mean, they have numerous studies, especially animal studies, with it showing that it fights cancer, eliminates cancer and things like that in animals and stuff. And so, you know, we ain't supposed to say that it does that in humans, but, you know, there's a reason why they got it for sale, okay, as a supplement, okay? And this is flavored as well, too, with the black seed oil and the sea moss, very potent. You can get both on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. Guys, if you're having any sort of joint pain and things like that, it's probably because your calcium has been depleted because you're not getting enough D3, okay? And so whenever you saw all those milk commercials and cheese commercials and stuff like that saying get your vitamin D and chocolate milk vitamin D because you need it, it helps with strong bones, it's because it helps to support calcium levels. And so if your calcium has become depleted over the last few years and recently, and you got cracked bones, you got pain and things like that, it's probably because you got a vitamin D3 deficiency. And so for that reason, I had the same thing. I got me a vitamin D test to see where my levels were, and then I popped me 10,000 IUs of vitamin D3 into my water or under my tongue. A few months later, I was back up and walking, okay? No problem, no joint pain, no cracking, no popping, no nothing, all right? But also consult with your doctor as well, too, okay? And so you can take this about 3 times a week, 30,000 IUs a week. That's pretty potent. My doctor prescribed me 50,000, all right? But they only give that to you for a short time. They're not going to continuously give that. And so for that reason, I don't get enough sunlight, even though I'm in the sun a lot. Some people just don't process vitamin D from the sun. And so for that reason, I choose to supplement, okay? And you can get these vitamin D drops on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, and they are delicious. Look at the reviews on the site. Don't forget, guys, we also have the oil of oregano, which I am taking right now in my water. Okay. And so this helps to purify and get rid of toxins, heavy metals, and things like that. A lot of people suffer from mucus because, you know, eating the wrong foods, environmental things and stuff like that. And so research has shown that oil of oregano has the ability to help, you know, clean out the body, clean out the blood and things like that. And so I would advise you to do your own research on all the supplements before you take them. Talk with your doctor, all right, to see if it's right for you. But in the meantime, if you just don't give a damn about doing either, you can get it for yourself and try it out, okay? But if you are on medication, you do need to talk to your doctor because this is nature's antibiotic, okay? Period. Okay. And so it has been known to get rid of, especially in animal studies, yeast, bacteria, viruses, and things like this. This is very strong. You can smell it just even holding it. 2 drops is all you need for like a couple days or maybe at the max 2 weeks. You can get this on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10. And for those of y'all that are asking why my skin is glistening and all even, it's because I use the glutathione, okay, as well as the Koji Cocoa soap together. All right. And then I put oil on the shower as well. All right. And so the glutathione is what the girls use to help lighten their skin, and really is just supposed to brighten and, even the skin complexion as well too. This helps to take away dark marks and stuff like that, keeping it youthful, keeping it tight and stuff like that. The Koji cocoa soap. And then we got the Koji coffee scrub as well too for the face. That's another one. I'm going to do a demonstration video on that one, so we can take that down. But use the, don't forget this combination together. The glutathione as well as the Koji cocoa soap is what I swear by. You can look at the reviews on the site as well too to see if it's right for you, see what other people are saying, what other winos are saying. Head to shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. And last but not least, we have the mushroom extract complex, one of our number one sellers besides the sea moss. All right. Does this thing, the energy that you get, I didn't take one today because my energy was actually quite up. I got a full night's rest. All right. But for the most part, if you even take one, even Jasmine, I was Jasmine, I'm not taking this, you know what I'm saying? Because it does help you to focus. Mushrooms are very rich in vitamin D as well too. So in case you don't get the vitamin D3, you can also get it from mushrooms. The shiitake mushrooms in here have been shown in research to help eradicate in animals. And there are human studies as well too, HPV, certain cancers that come along with HPV and stuff like that. And so for that reason, I take mushroom supplements for brain function, for immune function, for T-cell optimization and things like that. Look at the reviews on the site. Always look at the reviews when you're buying a product. Always talk to your doctor, okay, before you start any supplements. But in case you don't care about all of those, you can shop. You can shop right now on my website, shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. Okay. And so that's all I got to say for now. This is all we are sponsoring today, or, it's all being sponsored. Thank you guys so much for your support. We're about to head over to TashaKLive.com for some exclusive information on Jay-Z, as well as Diddy and this lawsuit, and how did the court accidentally leak medical records from one of their clients. That's just devastating, okay? All that and much more is coming up on TashaKLive.com. You do know it is an uncensored and raw show on TashaKLive.com. If you are new when you get up over there, make sure you put hashtag new in the chat. We're about to get started right now in about 5 minutes, okay? Because I got a tight schedule today. And with that being said, I love you guys. If you have tips on your favorite celebrities, please feel free to hit the tip line at 323, okay? 405-WINO. That is 323-405-WINO. If you want to advertise on the platform, we got ads starting for $250 for any small business on up. So hit us at unwinewithtashak@gmail.com. Thank you to my entire team. Shout out to my husband for holding it down, because I got to make up for blaming him earlier today. Probably gonna make me put in some overtime tonight. It's all good. But I love you guys, and now we gotta go. Heading over to